Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in and welcome to my channel. It's been so long since my last anti-haul video, guys. I've just been enjoying making these buy no buy videos where I just talk to you guys about brand new launches and if I like them, if I'm going to buy them or not. It's just very relaxing to just sit here and chit chat with you guys about brand new launches. But recently there have been so many products and launches that I've just not been interested in. I'm certain I won't be buying these products. These are like a flat out no. So it only makes sense that I make a dedicated video about products that I won't be buying. So hence the anti-haul video. So all the products that I'm featuring here today are ones that I haven't seen in person. I haven't swatched them. I haven't used them. I've just come in contact with these products digitally, just pictures online. So I'm just making an educated guess based on what I think I want and what I think I would love, and also based on the products that I already have in my makeup collection. So there's only one product that I have already used. So that one that I want to talk to you guys about today in the anti-haul. The reason being, hang on, let me just tell you guys what it is. It is Charlotte Tilbury's Hollywood Flawless Filter for Superstar Youth Glow. So this is a product that I was very interested in. I talked to you guys about it in one of my buy no buy videos, and I was interested in, as I said, and I did buy it and I did use it. And the reason I'm talking to you guys about it here is obviously because I did not like it, and I should have made a review, to be honest, but I just got lazy and then finally I returned it. I waited and waited to make a review and then I just returned it. So but I like the results of the product, the results that it gave me, but I don't think it is worth the money. The product is $44 and I think you get 1 ounce of product for that. And I just don't think it's worth the money. It's not worth $44. You can get that results with let me just start talking to you guys about the product and then I'll tell you guys why. Before, I just don't want to say everything in the introduction. So let's just talk about the product briefly and then let's move on to all the brand new launches right after that. So this is, as I said, Hollywood Flawless Filter by Charlotte Tilbury, and what it is it's a customizable multi-purpose primer hyphen highlighter complexion booster. So Charlotte Tilbury recommends you use this underneath a foundation after moisturizing, and or you can also use it as like a finishing touch in just the high points of your cheek or wherever you want your face to be highlighted and glowy and you know, that youthful glow. Wherever you want that youthful glow. If you want it all over your face, you could, as she says, you could apply it all over your face, and then you could even just what I did is, since I don't use foundation or any kind of makeup base, I just applied it and just set it with powder. That's pretty much what I did. So it is paraben free, talc free, fragrance free, gluten free, nut free, and alcohol free. And this is not tested on animals and made in Italy. So let me quickly talk to you guys about the ingredients. It has really good, very moisturizing ingredients. First ingredient is water. Then you have mica. Mica is all of the shades are pigmented. I don't think I told you guys about the shade range. There are 7 shades in total. Just quickly, guys, I just completely skipped my mind. There are 7 shades in total. There's technically only 1 shade that's marked dark. That is the 7th shade. The last shade is called dark. The one before that is called dark tan. Now, I was contemplating between dark tan or tan because since this is partly a highlighting product, I was wondering whether I should go for the darkest one or a shade that is slightly lighter, but I really wanted to check if this is a really glowy product because sometimes the lighter shade would just look very highlighted just because it's lighter than my actual skin tone. So I really wanted to check if it's a truly glowy product, so I went for the darker shade. I have to say the last shade 7 dark is darker than my actual complexion. It had more red to it. First of all, it was richer than my actual complexion skin tone, and then it also had more red to it. My skin tone has a little more yellow than red. So it definitely, when I applied it all over my face, obviously it did not look ashy at all, so it didn't bother me that it was darker than my skin tone, but it did completely change my skin tone altogether when I applied it. And so yeah, maybe I should have gone with a dark tan shade, but maybe since I'm not sure it is whether if it's lighter than my skin tone or not, because I didn't see that shade in person. So if it were lighter, maybe it would have looked like ashy. I'm not sure, but all of the shades that you have in the product are all these complexion based shades, you know, with pink undertone, beige tone shades, and rich red tone shades, you know, with different undertone, so on and so forth. So I picked the one that is darkest. Now we were talking about ingredients, right? All the ingredients look very, very good actually, because it is fragrance free, alcohol free, and as you said, talc free, paraben free. So ingredients list looks very good, honestly. First one is water, first ingredient, and then you have mica, which, as I said, all of them have some kind of pigment, skin tone, something similar, very similar to actual skin tone kind of a pigment. So mica, and then glycerine is actually the fourth ingredient, and you have propandiol, and then you have squalane. Squalane is one of my favorite ingredients, and I incorporate it in my skincare routine both in the morning and in the night. It just gives a very glowy, it's actually a hydrator, something that would boost your hydration and also make your skin appear very glowy and youthful. So all in all, I was actually very happy about the ingredients list. The consistency of the product, the Hollywood Youth Glow product, was actually on the sheerer side, but it kind of evened out the complexion when I applied it on my face. So I like the results that it gave, and it actually looked, my skin looked extremely glowy, and even after I set it with powder, it looked very glowy. Now she recommends that you use it on the high points of your cheek. So when I applied it on the high points of your cheek, it never set, guys. It just never set. It looked very, it looked kind of wet and glowy. The reason being, it remained wet and glowy. It never set at all. So if I were to just touch it, the wet and glowy portion of this that is applied maybe in this area would just come right off, and it would disappear. So this area where I put my finger would not be like highlighted and glowy at all. So the product never set at all unless you actually set it with powder. So when you set it with powder, it's like a little bit less glowy. So she usually I saw videos where she like tapped it off, like did touch-ups in the high points of your cheek like that. And as I said, if you do that, it doesn't set. It doesn't set. It just remains wet and looking, because it is wet on your face. So that was something that I did not like. The biggest one aspect of the product that I didn't like was the glowy look. I feel comes from the squalane, which is the sixth ingredient I think on the list. And there are I don't know if there are a lot of products, but the Ordinary brand has 100% plant derived squalane product, which is less than $8, or maybe it's $7, guys. When I use that product, and then when I set my face with powder, I get the exact same result. It's just the same. So why spend $44 when you get the same result with $7 product, which is like 100% squalane? And you can just mix squalane with, if you're someone who uses like a makeup base, like a foundation or like a concealer, you can just mix the squalane and buy squalane for $7 from the Ordinary brand and just incorporate it with any product that you use. You can mix it with your moisturizer, as I do, or you can mix it with your foundation. So I just feel there's no need to spend $44. I do like the results that it gave. It gave a very glowy look. Honestly, your skin looked very glowy and very youthful. The reason is because the ingredients list is very hydrating. So you can just might as well do your own hydrating, right? Why spend $44 on this product to do that? You can just buy a very hydrating, you can just use hyaluronic acid, which is also being sold at the Ordinary's website. It also gives that very tacky, sticky, hydrating feeling and look. And you can also use squalane is available. Just mix squalane or any kind of oil, guys. You don't even necessarily need to use squalane. You can also buy, there are so many of these hydrating oils like rosehip oil, argan oil, marula oil, all of them again available on the Ordinary's website. You could just buy that and mix it in the foundation and you would get the exact same glowy look. So again, I don't think you need to spend $44. So that's why I ended up returning it. And also it's not like the accurate my skin tone shade. It was a little darker. So I was just not impressed with it. That's all. More than not being disappointed, I was just not impressed with it. So I think $44 is a little steep for that product. So that's why I know. So let's get into all of the brand new launches. First one, the category is KKW's brand new perfume, which is called Body, KKW Body fragrance. I just saw the packaging. I just took one look at it and I was like, did Kim Kardashian really ask for a second opinion? She has like so many creative minds with her. She probably must have, right? She must have like really intelligent people with her. How did they let her do this, guys? Okay, if you haven't seen pictures of the product, let me briefly describe it for you guys. It's pretty much a replica of a woman's body. To be exact, Kim Kardashian's body. So it's a figurine of Kim Kardashian's naked body. It's very naked. The packaging is very naked. No clothes on, and the details are quite intricate. So it starts with the neck. There is no head. In place of a head, it has this metal spritzer thing, which actually makes the packaging look even more creepier and more kind of disturbing with a metal head. But the actual packaging has a neck, and then it goes all the way down to, say, her mid-thigh region. So you have your breast, and the breast is pretty bare. It doesn't no clothing whatsoever, and the breast details are pretty intricate. You can see the shape, her nipples, and you can see her belly button. Well, not the actual figurine I'm talking about. The belly button, and you can see the midriff depression going all the way from the abdomen to the belly button, and then you have the crotch area. And then you have the thigh region. So the fact that it does not have a head and it has a metal head makes the whole thing way more creepy. And the color looks very much like a cardboard color, like a sandy cardboard kind of a color. And it kind of has this kind of a texture. It looks like the packaging has some kind of a texture. I think the idea was to have like a sand on a naked body. You know, it looks like you have like beach sand on a lady's naked body. So I think that's the kind of effect that they're going for. The way, okay, this packaging description looked funny and ridiculous to me. But what really turned me off, this was a big turn off for me, because let me quickly tell you guys how they are trying to market it. That's what really irritated me. This is something, I'm just reading it off from KKW Beauty's Instagram page. It says that this newest perfume is housed in the luxurious bottle sculpted to mimic Kim Kardashian's iconic figure and features. Oh, this is, and then after that it says features notes of peach nectar, rose musk, and more. So what really turned me off, okay, you could think that I'm being a little feminist here, but guys, this is like a real issue women are dealing with in real lives, not just in the States. Even in the most underdeveloped third world country, women are dealing with body image, like skin tone, skin color, and how people are putting them down about these external superficial things. So these small things is where all these discrimination and all this shaming really begins. So that's why I'm just calling this out, even though it's just a small, like 2 words. What really irritated me and really turned me off is that Kim Kardashian's iconic figure, and why are we celebrating it? And why is this imposed on us? You know what I mean? She has a great figure. She's more than great figure. I don't want to call it like a great sexy figure. She's fit, right? she looks healthy, and she's really fit. That's how I would like to call it. So, and I really encourage everybody, irrespective of your gender, everybody needs to be fit and healthy, not just women, not just men. You just need to be healthy and fit for your own good and for your own health, right? So the fact that they are imposing this figurine which has the perfect hourglass shape as like a standard of beauty towards women. Now if you buy something like this and you keep it in your vanity or in your house, it means like you're subscribing to that standard of beauty, and you want to be, and you want to achieve that standard of beauty, right? Now when something's being sold to you in a very attractive way, you also try to assimilate that in your life. I know that consumers also need to be very aware, and they need to be educated and like really make good decisions. But when companies like sell things in a very glamorous and very attractive way, consumers are wayward by that, and they do end up buying it. So I think even like companies need to be socially responsible when they're the kind of things that they are trying to sell, instead of trying to glorify and like imposing her iconic figure onto women. I think she could have done something like celebrate your own body irrespective of your size and shape. You should celebrate. If you like buy this fragrance, you'd feel really good about your own body, and you'd be a confident woman, and you'd feel just good about yourself. I think that's the kind of concept she should be selling to women, rather than imposing her own body shape to others. That's just, I feel so immature, and so it's just, I don't know, guys. Tell me if I'm just being too feminist. That's the kind of message I'm getting. Maybe that's not the message that they intend to sell. They're just trying to sell a glamorous body. Honestly, the packaging does not look glamorous at all. And even if someone wants to look at Kim Kardashian's body, like bare body, why should we spend so much money? I think it's like over $40. Why should we spend $40 on this and just to look at a like cardboard box kind of a body? You could just create a free Instagram account and subscribe to her page, and you'd be like seeing her all the time, right? So I don't know, this whole packaging doesn't make sense, and this metal head, it's just very, very, very creepy. It's kind of like, I don't know. Anyways, let's move on from that. So it's a no for Kim Kardashian's body fragrance. Next is another product that everybody's like so happy about, and they've just been buying this product left, right, center. This is Fenty Beauty's Body Lava. I think that's the body shimmer oil, and then the puff thing. I'm talking about both of them together collectively. The Body Lava, the body oil with the glitter in it, is $60. I cannot digest that price, guys. It's not that I haven't bought any product, skincare, makeup that's ranging in the same price, $60. I have, but I think this is not that much of like a breakthrough or something very creative to spend $60 on this. First of all, this is not if this product were a shimmery oil that does not transfer, I would have bought it right away. This is just yet another product. The Body Love is just yet another shimmery body oil that transfers, and believe me, it looks beautiful when you take pictures, but you cannot sit down anywhere if you have this product on your legs, you know, and if you're wearing like a mini skirt, or if you're wearing shorts, you cannot sit, because it will leave a very bad looking, like a footprint. You'd leave like a thigh print on wherever you sit, and it looks like you don't have this common courtesy. You sit somewhere and you have this bronze colored print of your thighs left in like a chair or somewhere. It just does not look good at all, and I feel embarrassed once you get up, and just does not look good. So, and it also gets on your clothes, and if you're wearing like socks, shoes, it does transfer a lot. So I don't think this product is worth $60. What I like to do in the summertime is I would just slather my legs and arms with moisturizer, and I would just take this custom ColourFX's custom enhancer drops. Those things, once you apply and pat, it just sets. It does not transfer at all. So I just pat those shimmery, just a tiny bit of drops, because those are so concentrated. You do not need to slather it on your arms and legs. Yeah, arms and legs. So just maybe in the just the high points of your legs, in your thighs, in your arms, on your shoulders, just take a little bit and just pat, and it will set. It does not transfer, guys, and it gives the same very super highlighted look. Now if you feel that if you want that wham bam kind of a in your face kind of highlighted look, choose a shade that is very light. If you have a darker skin tone, you can just choose a shade that's very light, and it would just highlight that spot like that, like as if you have a flashlight on this particular spot or on your legs or wherever. It would just look really beautiful. That's what I do. That way my skin is moisturized, but when I sit down it does not transfer. So that's something that I like to do. And yeah, no to body lover, guys. It's not groundbreaking. Yes, it looks way 100 times more attractive. It looks 100 times more attractive when Rihanna models it and like makes a beautiful cute video and she smiles at you, but no. Then next I have Makeup Geek's Power Pigment Matte Eyeshadows. Marlena is coming out with a lot of, I think 10 eyeshadows. Now I have to tell you guys, yes, maybe the quality is impeccable. It's really good, and all of these matte eyeshadows retail for $9 each. I don't think they have launched yet. These haven't launched yet. Now the reason I'm just hesitating to buy them is because I have this, guys, and this is also a pigment eyeshadows. Marlena says that the Power Pigment eyeshadows are just pure pigment, pressed pigments. So and she says that these aren't eyeshadows at all. You can just use it for whatever you want, as blush, as eyeshadows. You can mix and match those colors, and then they just change colors depending on how much you pack on in a particular concentrated area, or how much you blend it out. The colors, all of the colors, she says, kind of changes and transform. I already have something like that, and I spent $80 on this, and the shades that she's come up with are beautiful, but I have these shades here. She has this plum shade, which I already have. She also has this purple shade in the launch. She has this red shade, orange shade. Then she has a yellow. I have a yellow here. Then she has a green similar to this, and she has like she has like a bluish purple. I don't have that here. But there's I think I do have something like that from Sugarpill. So I have this. I have also the Sugarpill's all colorful matte eyeshadows. I did do a video doing like dupes for Sugarpill eyeshadows in this palette. So you can imagine I have already like a backup for this, because I have like a lot of dupes in the Sugarpill eyeshadow range. So I'm just not enthusiastic about buying this right away, because the colors, I already have this here, and this is also a pigment palette. These also like really pack on, and really you can sheer them out. And I mean, I don't really need to stress how amazing the quality of Viseart and Sugarpill is. So I'm just not in a rush to buy it, and I don't think I will unless she like comes up with some really interesting colors. The colors she has come up with are already existing in Sugarpill's range of eyeshadows, and you could just buy Viseart and you'd be done with it. And I think there are 10 shades in total, $9 each. Here I paid $80 and you have 12 shades. So I think this is like better. You get a lot more products in this. Maybe a little bit yeah, I think this is definitely less expensive, right, than that. So yeah, I don't know, guys. I have this and the Sugarpill, so I have a lot of dupes between this and the Sugarpill. So I just don't see myself buying that at all. So because these two are amazing. So next is Colourpop's highlighting palette. Now they've come up with a brand new highlighting palette. It's like a trio, and from what I see, it is a powder highlighter palette. So it has like a white shade, I think it's like a pearl kind of shade, and then a very, very pale yellow gold, and then like a rose gold. Now Colourpop, I don't want to like take my hand off because it's a very reflective palette. This is a palette that, maybe like this, I could hold it like this. This is a palette that they came out for the holiday season, and there are 6 shades in here. I think this retail for $39. This has, it doesn't necessarily have like a very pale gold, and you have rose gold and like a gold shade as well. You have like rosy tone shades and like a bronze and like a very kind of rosy gold shades. And these are also powder highlighters. I'm just not sold on this brand new trio, highlighter trio. They just came out with the palette last holiday season, and maybe the colors are not exactly the same, but they are kind of the same if you ask me. And I'm not crazy about having a highlighter palette with just a straight up white shade highlighter. There is one here, but this is like kind of blue toned, this one. So white one is actually bluish. So I don't know, guys. I'm just not too impressed with the color selection, the brand new highlighter trios. It's just your standard same old gold, white, pearl, and rose gold. I don't know why they came out. Maybe they could have done a different formula. Maybe if it was baked, I would have been very interested in trying it out, because this palette is amazing. It's really, really good. So yeah, no to that. Let me just cross out the things I've already spoken about, because I'm just searching for the next, product that I want to talk to you guys about. Next one is Laura Lee's Nudie Patootie eyeshadow palette. Now, this is her second launch. Laura Lee's, I think the brand is called Laura Lee Los Angeles. This is her second launch. I wasn't disappointed. I did not dislike the first eyeshadow palette, Cat's Pajamas, I think it's called. It had beautiful colors, but it was your run-of-the-mill, very repetitive and very, very recycled color scheme. It was beautiful regardless, but very repetitive. So I just didn't like buy it for that particular reason. But this second palette, I don't feel that it's very dark skin friendly at all. It looks very mauvey, pale, like a pale mauvey ashy kind of eyeshadow palette, guys. It probably has one dark color, like one like dark brown color. Besides that dark shade, I don't think there's any darker shade at all in the palette. Honestly, I was a little disappointed. I don't think it's a very dark skin friendly palette at all. Especially the top row has like all these ashy colors, mauvey ashy colors. Maybe it's like perfect for medium skin tone, light skin tone, but I don't think it's like dark skin friendly. So I wasn't very happy about that palette at all. So we finished that. And that as well. So finally we have the last 2 products is Urban Decay's Beached collection. In the Beached collection, they have this eyeshadow palette, which is a palette that's been recycled for the 1000th time by Urban Decay. Urban Decay, I know they keep repeating a lot of shades, but sometimes they do something unique. At least the color scheme going on in the palette, maybe it's a little different kind of. Just like the Kristen Leanne palette, yes, some of the colors are repetitive, the green, the blues, the purples. You have seen those colors already in the Urban Decay palette, but the mix of the colors in the Kristen Leanne palette made it really unique and very, very out of the box. So I really like that palette. This Beached collection eyeshadow palette is pretty much like 3 to 4 coppery rusty shades and 2 teal shades, 1 mid-tone teal and 1 dark teal, and that's about it. That is the color scheme of the palette. Tell me, how many times have you seen copper and teals in Urban Decay's palette? All the time. We see these colors all the time. For them to just put them together in one palette, it's just downright boring, and I don't think there was any creativity that was going on in this palette. I feel they just were trying to like do some launch, just like stimulate people to buy from them. That's it. I feel that I don't know, but it did receive good reviews on Tintalia, so maybe the quality is good. But I just, if you are someone who loves makeup, I can guarantee you already have these shades, so I don't feel you really need to pay this mid-range makeup pricing. You know, Urban Decay is this mid-range brand. You'd probably end up spending $40 or $45 on that palette. I don't think you really need to spend at all. Finally, we have Colourpop and Shayla's collaboration. Now, again, I think the quality of the palette is good, but these now the color story in the palette is, it has few neutrals, and then it's muted jewel toned colors. Those colors just don't look good on me, guys. Maybe it's her taste, obviously, and maybe there are people who like that. But these colors just don't look that good on me. These muted jewel tones, no. I want that rich jewel tones. Those are the colors that look good on me. Those are the colors that pop. That's one of the reasons why I dislike the Saint side of Kat Von D's Saint and Sinner palette. The Saint side had all these muted jewel toned colors. They just did not. Only if I look at myself very closely in a mirror, I would be able to see the colors. A little bit even far away, you won't be able to make out the colors when I mix and match colors. They all kind of look kind of muted and muddy on me. So that's the sole reason I won't be buying the Colourpop Shayla palette. Again, I think it received very good reviews. But yeah, I'm just not interested, at least for now. Maybe I might suddenly find interest in it, but for now this muted jewel tone just kind of look very muted and muddy on me sometimes, so it's a no for me. So that's it, you guys. Hope I didn't bore you guys with all this. Did I talk to you guys about everything? Yes.